basically there's 4 areas right now where we're seeing delays and headaches and snags. And some of this is attributable to COVID. Some of it's just attributable to things that have been unfolding for a while that COVID kind of accelerated. So Sherida, let's start with you. Talk to us about land. You want to buy land. It's not like what it was a couple years ago, is it?
No, totally different. Right now, a lot of land sellers are not allowing for a long enough period of due diligence. Some of them, your earnest money's going hard, 7, 14 days. And so you're not able to go in and figure out, hey, what can I do with this land? Can I make this multifamily? Does this have to stay single family? Doing rezoning, stuff like that. They're not giving you a lot of time. They're saying, nope, buy it, or I'll go to the next highest bidder and move on.
Yeah.
It's because land's at high demand.
Yeah.
That's why. There's not a lot of land out there, especially good land for multifamily apartments or townhomes or whatever the case is. So land is hard to find right now.
Yeah, because again, it comes down to location that we've spoken about before, right? You want to be in a good location. There's land out there, but it's not, like Chase said, for multifamily.
Yeah, and land sellers know this. There's a lot of competition for land. So if you're looking for land, you're most likely not going to find it on the MLS or LoopNet, maybe, but it's most likely going to be off market and it's tough to find right now.
Off market through a well-networked broker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The land that is available or that's readily available, I would say, and a lot of people have used this saying, has some hair on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are problems with that land that you're going to have to be, tricky. You're going to have to figure out how to navigate around it. We weren't quite a market maker in Magna because Sherida pointed out there was that other apartment complex that had built, I think it was like 5 years old, maybe 3 years old. And the data that we saw from that was compelling. But what would it have been like to be those guys that did that deal? They had to make that market happen. And in a market where land is just so scarce, that's really what we're seeing more and more of, is somebody having the courage to say, look, I think this is where it's going. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to take the risk. The capital's certainly there to do it. But as you pointed out, Farmer Bob doesn't care. Farmer Bob has 100 acres for sale in Boise, right? Or in Goodyear, Arizona, I don't know, somewhere. And he's not going to give you the time that you need or the flexibility on your deposits that you need to make this thing be a slam dunk. The phrase is entitlements. You can't get the entitlements or the approval from the city council that says, yes, you can go build that type of product there at that density and so on and so forth. Farmer Bob is saying, I have land, it's valuable. Whether the city allows you to build exactly what you want or not is not my problem. Right? Close on the land, it's valuable. I'm sure you'll figure it out, right?
Figure it out. And then the truth is I think from some of that, you can then flip it, right? So if it didn't fit your model, hopefully you're not buried too deep in it. And if you take it through the entitlements process, maybe you can flip it to a single family home builder or, multifamily home, whatever it is, whatever you're not in, however you can get that zone.
And the other truth is you're taking on more risk too when you do 100%. That. So maybe it doesn't work out that way, but we're seeing a lot more competition, other buyers, builders looking to purchase the same land that are willing to take on that risk.
They're willing to do it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I wonder, we were just at a conference this last weekend and they spoke about the years 2000 to 2010 and said that in that time period, they built 20 million homes. There was 20 million homes brought to the market. From 2010 to 2020, we were at 6 million. So there were 14 million homes behind. And I know a lot of that is because, Gen X and they're renters. They want to be renters for life and they're okay with that. But I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought, not only did COVID propel some of this, but I also think building had slowed down and I think people are just starting to ramp up. They were also speaking about how a bunch of people are just buying land to hold on to it. They're fine holding on to the land and just waiting to see what they can or can't do with it down the road. I know we talked about that, in a location here in Utah. Hey, what if we just bought a couple 100 acres and sat for a while?
Yeah.
Eventually, stuff's going to move there.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to one of our favorite places, Din Tai Fung in Las Vegas, and ate so many dumplings. And at the time talked about where are some places we could just land bank, just buy land, right? And
yeah.
It's crazy.